We think that they're just posting fun little pictures and that's it.
The app Snapchat is making more than funny faces, and more parents are filing suit against the company after they say their children use the app to get a deadly dose of fentanyl.
Just this afternoon, a Longmont jury said they weren't buying the claims from a woman who shot and killed her ex-boyfriend that she had been coerced.
A sniper team in Colorado is considered the best in the country. We'll meet them. 233 deaths. That's the number of fentanyl poisonings last year. This is according to the Denver Medical Examiner.
That number is notable in that deaths from traffic accidents and homicides don't really compare. Each of those categories resulted in 91 deaths in 2022. Data from the Colorado Health Department says an increase in children dying from fentanyl, and one way they're getting it is by connecting through the app Snapchat.
2 more families are now suing the social media platform after their teens died from fentanyl poisoning. Here's 9 News reporter Courtney Yoon.
After losing her 18-year-old daughter Lauren in 2020, Patty Lujan says it was time to get angry while suffering through her grief.
And I feel like Snapchat knows what's happening. They know this is going on, and they're not doing anything.
She's one of many parents whose children have died from drugs purchased on Snapchat that were laced with fentanyl.
And it's so scary, and I don't want any other parents to go through, or families to go through this type of loss.
So Patty and 34 other families have filed lawsuits against Snap Inc., the parent company of Snapchat. Attorneys argue that the app provides drug dealers with a never-ending source of vulnerable customers that purposely obstructs parental supervision.
Well, as parents, we don't even know.
These are just a few examples of what kids might find on Snapchat: advertisements or drug menus promising weed, wax, vapes, and delivery.
We think that they're just posting fun little pictures and that's it.
The lawsuit alleges that Snapchat allows drug dealers to find nearby minors and young adults through the app. Within 24 hours, messages on the app disappear, erasing all evidence of a crime.
I mean, I lost my daughter, and there's no way, supposedly, for anyone to go after anybody that's done anything through Snapchat, that there's no way to find them. It's hard to believe.
Patty says they should be celebrating Lauren's 21st birthday on Saturday, but instead, she's fighting in court so hopefully other families don't have to go through this.
My daughter would want me to do this. Lauren, I'm sure, is telling me right now, you got this, Mom, fight this.
In the last 5 months, the Social Media Victims Law Center has filed lawsuits related to fentanyl poisoning and Snapchat for families across 15 states. 3 of them are from Colorado, right here in Broomfield, Thornton, and Centennial.
Startling numbers that you shared there from the Medical Examiner. Thank you, Courtney.
So many of the municipalities in the metro area, including Denver, are trying to tackle the fentanyl crisis. And with Denver about to get a new mayor, the drug abuse prevention nonprofit called Rise Above Colorado asked 10 of the mayoral candidates their plans and put their answers on a website. So you can read what the candidate said on whatisourplan.org/candidates.
She killed her ex-boyfriend while he was working. Today, a jury convicted her and a judge sentenced her to life in prison. The lawyer for Devin Schreiner admitted she did kill her ex when he was delivering mail, but her defense says she was the victim in the case. The jury did not agree. 9 News crime and justice reporter Matt Jablow was in court for the verdict and for the sentencing, all happening today. Matt?
Kim, Devin Schreiner's lawyer described Schreiner as a victim in the case, manipulated to kill by her boyfriend at the time. But the jury clearly was not buying what the defense was selling. On October 13, 2021, Devin Schreiner shot and killed Jason Schaefer in broad daylight. He was on the job delivering mail for the U.S. Postal Service in a residential neighborhood in Longmont. Police quickly located and arrested Schreiner, Schaefer's ex-girlfriend and the mother of his child. Prosecutors say Schreiner was angry that Schaefer had recently asked for additional custody of their child and also upset that Schaefer had started dating Schreiner's sister. But during the trial, Schreiner's lawyer painted a much different picture. She conceded that Schreiner shot and killed Schaefer, but said Schreiner was corrupted and coerced by her boyfriend at the time, A.J. Ritchie. According to the defense, quote, Ms. Schreiner is not a murderer, but she was the weapon. She was A.J. Ritchie's weapon. It did not take long for the jury to dismiss that argument. After less than a full day of deliberations, they found Schreiner guilty of the top count of first-degree murder. Minutes later, Judge Patrick Butler sentenced her to the mandatory of life in prison without the possibility of parole. A.J. Ritchie has also been charged with first-degree murder in the case. His trial is scheduled to begin in September. Kim?
Okay, thank you. I know the jury had the case most of the day and everything evolved pretty quickly. Thank you, Matt.
The coroner's office has identified the man who was killed in Saturday's car crash with an Aurora police officer as 44-year-old Elias Anderson. The Colorado State Patrol is investigating that crash, which happened at Bates Avenue and Chambers Road. Aurora police say the officer, who has not been named, was on his way to a call when Anderson pulled out in front of him. That crash sent the officer's vehicle rolling. Anderson died at the hospital. The officer's injuries were serious, but he is expected to recover.
A Weld County grand jury will decide if an officer could face charges for shooting and killing a man. Greeley police say the 33-year-old man came at officers with a knife during an arrest attempt in November. They say one officer then fired multiple shots, killing him. After an investigation, the Weld County District Attorney just referred the case to a grand jury. Aurora Police is looking to move to a new artificial way to review body camera video. Police officials say the department would be the first in Colorado. Many hours of body camera video is recorded each week, and it's very hard to get through it all. And that's where the artificial intelligence technology would come in. It could go through the video, analyzing the audio, and identify good moments and the bad.
That's going to make our police officers better. And most importantly, I think the majority of the time we're doing the right thing. We're going to actually be able to add context, contextualize when we don't do something right. Well, but we actually will be able to show the American people, the people of Aurora, all the good things that are going on.
Chief Acevedo says the artificial intelligence would not actually touch or alter the video, only listen to it and transcribe what is said and heard. The department is still working on a timeline for the rollout.
Atlanta police say they've identified a Colorado man as one of the protesters who stormed that city's public safety training center on Sunday, throwing rocks and fireworks at officers and setting several pieces of equipment on fire. Atlanta PD says that Eric Nottingham was among those arrested at the site that is still under construction. It was already being nicknamed Cop City, with opponents claiming it would promote militarized policing. Nottingham and the other protesters who were arrested now face domestic terrorism charges. You may wonder why domestic terrorism charges instead of something that would be more commonly used for protesters.
This is serious business. You can't be blowing up buildings as part of a protest and think that that's protected by the First Amendment.
Only 2 of the 23 people so far charged in that protest are actually from Georgia. And Robinson says being from out of state makes answering to all the charges all the more difficult, including the bond being higher.